Hey guys, so today we're going to start our new build on my Honda Element. And my previous Element build, I made a one-person Han Solo Element camper, but this one I'm going to make a teardrop style camper, and I had a video and I talked to you guys about it, but we're going to start off today's build with the solar panels, and my new Element will have a new power system, and I got here a CalSun 215 watt solar panel. We're going to install that and see how that goes. And we're going to use some ideas we learned from the Sienna and from the past builds. So first, let's take a look at my old system. It's this flexible panel. And it actually worked out well, and it's super stealth because it sits inside my rack. One of the drawbacks is that you can hear it. So when it's windy, you do hear a little bit of this when it's flapping around the wind. So that's a drawback, but it's 200 watts and it's actually worked out pretty well. But I do want to try something new this time, something different. But first thing I want to do is I actually want to shorten this rack a little bit. It was getting blown around in the wind a little bit when I was driving to Arizona on my last camping trip. So I want to shorten it by this amount, take off this piece right here, and bring everything back, and hopefully that'll help reduce the amount of wind it catches. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. All right. Okay, so one of the advantages of this solar panel, you can kind of see it, it's divided up into 4 independent sections. So when one section is completely completely shaded, if the others are sunny, it'll still get the full percentage of that portion. So that's going to improve your efficiency and how much solar energy you capture. Let's take a look at it close up. It's an aluminum frame. There's the solar cells. And this is a bifacial design. You see that? So there's solar panels on this side too. So underneath, it's gonna be able to get a little bit of the reflection off of my car, reflect off the bottom and hit the top. And I'm going to raise it a little bit too. It's not gonna sit inside this rack anymore. It's actually going to sit on top as a bit of a lid, so there's more light that's going to get underneath. So I think that's going to be really efficient. And unlike my previous solar panel, this is a rigid frame, so it's not going to flap around in the wind the way the other one did. So it's got these solar ports, which are the same as my old one, so it should be, I should be able to just install it and plug it in and be good to go. All right, I'm interested to see this backside and just how well it captures a little bit of extra power. Again, this is a 215 watt. My old one was 200, so I'm going to get a little bit more, and it should be more efficient in terms of how well it captures energy than my old one too. All right, so before we hook up the solar panels, let's do a quick test on this power station. We'll charge it up to see what kind of wattage we get. It's a pretty sunny day today, so we'll test it out. And I have these solar panels to XT60 converters that we're going to plug just straight into the power station. Okay, so the panel has these solar connectors, and you can't get them wrong because they're shaped differently, so you can't cross them. Okay, and now we have the XT60, and that will go straight into the power station. All right, so even while in the shade on the back side, it's getting 19 watts. That's interesting that it could even get some, you can see it's in the shade of my car. It's just getting some ambient light, and that gets 19 watts. That's not too bad. But let's put it in the sun. So you can see from the shadow of my car, the sun is in that direction. So it's not right on top of us. It's over there. And it's on the solar panel. And right now, that's getting 121 watts. Okay, so let's see if we angle this. If I angle it towards the sun more, what do we get? All right, we're getting 149, 150. That's pretty good. 151. So when it's okay, I'm gonna move it a little bit more optimal. Let's see, find that optimal spot. I had 175 at one point. Can't find that spot anymore, but let's say roughly 160 when I could angle it. But what I want to test, okay, so right now it's flat again, and we're looking at around 120, 121. But what I want to do now is I want to flip it to the other side. So this is bifacial. We're going to flip this over to see what kind of solar charge we can get with that. Okay, so same angle, but I just flipped it on to the back side because these are bifacials. And let's see what kind of power we're getting. Okay, so the back side does definitely look less efficient, about half as efficient. It's 60. It was 120 on the front side, and the back side is around 60 watts. That's still pretty good. We get something. That's good. Next test I want to do is I want to flip this back to the front side, but I'm going to elevate it so that some ambient light does come underneath to see what kind of increase we can get. Remember, the baseline was 120 when it was up on the other side and flat on the ground, but no light was coming underneath. So we're going to elevate it and lift it up. All right, so you see what I did here. I made a gap so that there's some light reflection underneath. I just elevated a little bit, trying to simulate it's sitting on top of my car rack. And this ground is not super reflective. It's this sand color thing. I'm sure the paint of my car is more reflective, but that's all I have in this test case. So let's try it. All right, we're definitely getting more. It's 126. It was 124, 126. It was 120 before. So we are getting, let's say, around 5 extra watts of power that comes from the backside reflection off of these pavers. So it's actually not that good. So I bet you my car, with the paint will get better reflection than that. But even with this poor reflection, I'm getting an extra 6 watts. That's pretty cool. All right, let's install it. So I cleared up all the stuff up here so I could do the mounting on this solar panel. And if you look underneath, you'll see that there's pre-drilled holes already. So you don't have to drill the holes in it. But the problem is, if you have these bar tube type racks, it's really kind of hard to drill a hole through these and mount it to this. So if you had the flat type, of course, it's easy to drill a hole. But we have uh, I have this bar type, unfortunately, so I need to rig something up to get this to mount on better. I got this rack from Amazon. You see, Amazon Basics. It's just the cheapest one I could find, basically, and it's got these universal clamps. And my idea is that I would clamp them on to the bars and then mount the solar panel on top of these racks right here. And with that, I could have some space underneath to store my fishing gear. And that's why I want to elevate the rack this time, so it doesn't sit inside the cargo tray, but it actually sits on top of it. It gets more sun that way. There's less shading, and plus I can have a little bit more storage room underneath. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to drill some holes for the mount on the solar panel, and I just put some tape in. I'm going to use this as a jig. I'm going to transfer it here to drill the holes into the rack. All right, so now I know where to drill the holes to line up to the solar panel. We'll drill the holes and then we'll mount everything up. All right, got those holes in there. So now what we're going to do When we mount this up, we'll put this bolt on underneath, and then everything will be nice and tight. We'll put a nut on the inside of here, and I'll show you what I have for that. So since it's a little bit hard to get inside that rail, I got this wing nut. Go in there, and I should be able to just, you see the wing nut catches, so I'll be able to just tighten the bolt on this side. Okay, so I don't even need to hold the other side, it'll just tighten. I'll be able to tighten it. All right, let's get them both up. All right, so I got it all mounted up. Here's that rack that I got from Amazon that it just goes across my bar rack. So this gave me something to mount it to, and you could see the bolts right there on the other side too, and I have it bolted on underneath like that, you can see. And the other side, same thing for the front. I actually think it turned out really well. Real nice and stable. Let's take a look from the back. Taking a step back, that's the way it looks. So now you can see from this angle over here, now my rack is free underneath for me to put my fishing rods and stuff in. I would kind of slide it through this slot right here, but I'll be able to put my longer fishing rods and a few smaller, flatter but long items in it. And there's nothing obstructing the basket's not obstructing the solar panels this time. And again, this is a bifacial, so I'm gonna get some reflection off my dirty car back up there, and we already tested that. So there's gonna be some reflection of light. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. All right, next up we're gonna do the power station, and that's gonna be pretty easy. I'm gonna have two options for the solar panel, a battery option and a power station option. And we'll show you that on the next video.